Yes, good morning. It is I, Prince Tunaji. Thank you for locking in with me and tuning in, should I say, here on my special breakfast edition. We're going to call this edition Fresh and Hot Out the Kitchen. Yeah, amen. Good morning. So I am going to prepare a meal for my lovely queen. She is sleeping right now. I will make sure that I wake her up with something spectacular to eat. Give me a second. Let me adjust. Something is not looking right here. I want you guys to see everything here. Okay. Hopefully I am clear to you. So I have chemistry playing in the background. It's nice and soft and elegant, just the way I like it. Okay, so today I'm going to prepare bacon. Don't judge Tunaji because the Bible does say man does not live on bread alone. Yeah, amen? So I have my bacon already cooking in the oven. Yes, it's in the oven because I do not want the grease to pop me and burn up my chocolate skin. Forget it. So I am going to go ahead and make this delicious. My queen loves my pancakes. So I like to get a little creative with it. I just don't like to make regular pancakes. I like to spice things up in the kitchen. So let me go ahead and grab a few things here. So I already have my pancake mix already together. So I have that. So I am going to set this to the side for a second. Okay. When you are cooking and you want to do something different, make sure you have at least a banana. Make sure that you do have some raspberries. Make sure that you do have some, hold on now. Make sure that you do have some raspberries. I'm sorry, that was blueberries. This is raspberries. And also make sure you do have a few strawberries as well. Okay? Because pancakes taste so much better when you put fruit in them. Yeah, in it? So let me go ahead and get this together for my queen. So I have my flame on low. You don't want to have your flame on too high because it makes the pancakes burn too fast. You don't want that. Okay. So I am going to move here. Let me set this aside for you guys. I have my substance here. Let me move this. You have to move swiftly and gracefully in the kitchen because you do not want to make a mistake when you are doing things. So Tunaji likes to move. I like to have everything within arm reach. So that way I don't make a mistake and I have everything that I need to have. Yeah, in it. So I want to say good morning to you and hopefully you're going to start your day off the right way. Well, you're already doing that because you have locked into Tunaji. Yes. Yeah, in it. So let me go ahead and slice this together. As I mentioned, you have your strawberries. You can take one or two, however you want. Make sure you slice the top off like so. You don't want to feed your queen the top, so just slice that off as so. Yes. Then you bring it here. I have the strawberry. I slice it in half. Again, you slice it to your liking. It can be big chunks. I prefer reasonable sized chunks. You don't have to put a lot inside of your pancake mix because you don't want your queen to choke on what you are cooking for her. Okay? So, yes. So I just take a couple. I throw them inside to make sure that my queen can taste the love. Anything that you do, make sure you always put it in love. And as I said, this is hot and fresh out the kitchen. Not the kitchen with your head do, but the kitchen. I made it show. Yeah, amen. Okay, so you slide your strawberries to the side. Like I said, you can put as many as you want. Fruit is always refreshing and good. I believe it is good for your soul and the spirit. Because like I always tell you guys, I keep my chakras in order, especially when it comes to cooking such a thing. All right, so I have, that is delicious. So I have, let me wash my hands. Excuse me, 1 second there. Always keep your hands clean as well when you are moving accordingly in the kitchen. So as I mentioned, I have a few raspberries as well. You take them, although they are already small, you still want to take them and slice them as you don't. It can be your preference and what you want to put the amount or the size inside of, as I just mentioned, your, like I said, it can be your pancakes, your French toast, anything you like to make. Me, I like to make sure I slice it up so that way it's a nice sizable for my queen to be able to eat. Yes. So I am moving around as such. And now the next thing that goes inside, I have blueberries. It can be your preference. These are organic blueberries. I like things to be organic because that's the way that I eat and take care of my body. Because as you know, the body is the temple. Am I right? Yeah, it is. So I'm going to be moving like so. As I open, I set this here. Let me go ahead and check on the bacon. Yes, everything looks like it's nice and cooking very well. As I mentioned, I took that route because I did not want the bacon to jump on me and hit my chocolate skin. It does not look good. Next thing you know, I would have to be using cocoa butter and things of that nature to get this skin back together. And you just don't want that. So you can actually put it on the stove top if you prefer. Tunaji prefers it to go inside of his oven. Yeah, amen. So the next thing I have, as I mentioned, you take your blueberries, you cut them. And again, they come small already. It's like a mustard seed, as the Bible says. Have faith of a mustard seed. And also have faith in yourself when you are putting together your breakfast as such. She has no idea I'm going to surprise my queen with breakfast this morning. If this goes well, and I plan it, I hopefully it does, I'm going to do many more with hot and fresh out the kitchen with Tunaji. So I have a few blueberries inside there. Not too much. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side like such. So now I have my blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries inside of the pancakes. All right. So now I throw it back in my refrigerator. Excuse me. I'm going to check one more time. You don't want to overcook your bacon. You understand? Oh yes, it's coming together very well. So now I grab myself a spoon. Small spoon, just to make sure that I mix the ingredients, as you guys can see, the freshness, mix them in there together. So you want to make sure you have an even amount of everything's going inside, because with every bite, you want to make sure that your queen tastes the love that you put inside. Yes? Okay. Alrighty. So now, and if you also want to make, you can make, I don't know how you guys make your pancakes. You can do it out of flour. You can do it out of instant. It doesn't matter. As long as they are fresh and your hands are washed and your area is clean. Tunaji believes in a clean kitchen, because a clean house and a clean kitchen tells a lot about a person. If you have a whole lot of mess around you, you're going to have mess in your life. This is not education 101, no Rosetta Stone, no pun intended. This is just hot and fresh out the kitchen with Tunaji. Thank you for locking in. Okay, so now you want to make sure your flame is nice. You don't want to have it too high. If you have it too high, it's going to burn. So you want to make it have it on the medium. If you have a gas stove, which I prefer, it can cook a little fast. So you want to have that. This is an electrical stove here. So I'm going to place it here like such. Excuse me. So I have my flame between 7 and 8. It's up to you how you like it. You can also prefer butter or margarine. I don't like butter because it cooks too fast. I prefer margarine. I have my margarine stick right here, as you see. Yeah, amen? Okay, so the next thing you want to do, you want to rinse that knife off. Get that clean. I am with you. Don't leave me. Alrighty, now you want to dry it off as such. You'll come back over here. Slice. Be very mindful on how much margarine you put. You don't want to overdo it. You also want to make sure that your pancakes don't let's see, stick. So I have a kitchen set, lovely. It doesn't stick at the bottom at all. I love red, as you can see. That's one of my favorite colors. So you make sure you get it as such. You move the margarine around. You know, you can do a dance with it as well. If you like to move your hips, you can move your hips. Tonight you like to move it around just to make sure it gets everything. Okay, what's my check? Oh, the bacon's coming out lovely. Looks delicious. I cannot wait to feed my queen. All right. So everything looks like it's going to be coming out very nice and evenly. And again, you use your best discretion on how much margarine you want to put inside of the pan. Okay? So here we go. I might just twist the temperature just a slight tad bit so it can cook evenly. Now, a lot of people like to pour straight out to boil into their pan to get that perfect pancake. I don't like to do that. I use my measuring cups. You can use any size you want to. The small ones, $7, half. In this case for me, I am going to use a half a cup. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so as a half a cup, I'm going to dip like such. I believe in a perfect pancake. So that allows me to fill it as much as I can. So after I do that, I just pour right in the middle. As such, as you guys can see. I pour, till there's none left inside. You don't have to When you pour in your pancake batter, you don't have to go all around and do a whole thing. You pour it right in the middle. Now, a lot of people don't know when the pancake is done, it's going to be bubbling in the middle. You do not take your spatula and flip the pancake until the pancake in the middle is completely done. Yeah, amen? So this is what I'm doing right now. It is cooking the way that I like it to. I'm also going to take another stick of margarine, just to make sure. And again, if you flip your pancake too fast, it will not be done. So you definitely have to take your time. You understand? Nothing in the microwave. Just wanted to make sure the bacon is coming together lovely. Drop a comment below and let me know the way that you want to make your pancakes or how you make your French toast. If you like eggs, if you like anything, go ahead and make sure you drop a comment below. I really do appreciate you guys for locking in with me this morning. Hit the subscribe button. Oh, I also would like to take the time while this is cooking for my queen to shout out my good brother from another mother. His name is Andrew Davis. His queen is Venetia as well. They are my brother and sister from another sister and another mister. No, we have not been born from the same blood, but I had the opportunity to meet them and grow a wonderful, fantastical relationship, and they are good people. Do yourself a favor and go to their page and subscribe. Venetia and Andrew, or Andrew and Venetia. I don't know which name comes first, but I know it is Andrew and Venetia. Forgive me right now. I love you guys. Yeah, innit? So make sure you do that. Andrew is the one who speak to me about, he said, Tonaji, you should do a cooking show because I believe you will grow your fan base. I said, you know what? My brother, you have a point since I love to cook. Why not? Yeah, innit? Okay, so I don't know if you can see. I'm going to lift this. So it is bubbling just slightly in the middle. You see the bubbles are coming up? That is the perfect time that you want to take your spatula and you want to flip. All right, now if it is giving you a hard time, then that means it's not. In my case, I flipped it. So now I am done. As you can see, that is the perfect flip. You can also see the blueberries, the raspberries, and everything that's in the middle. So now what you do, you throw it back on the flame. You let it cook a little more. Now, although everything is cooking evenly, you just want to make sure that you add a little more margarine. Because while that flame is on, even though you are using a non-stick pan, you don't want it to be where it is sticking too much. You understand? Yes. Nothing like soft music in the background to start your day. Love that guy, Kim. He makes some fantastic music. Go on and support his music. Yes, yes. Now, another thing I like to do, while that is cooking, I like to grab that margarine just to give it a more butterful taste. I like to go ahead and take that margarine and just put a little bit on the top. So it's like you're not coating the pan, you're putting a little bit of that margarine on the top of your pancake. Okay? Then you stop. You don't have to put too much because it's already buttery inside the pan. So while that's cooking, looks like it's about ready to flip. So I'm going to take that, flip it one more time. Oh, yes. My queen is going to fall in love with me all over again. You see, they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I believe the way to a woman's heart is good food, great conversation, and wine. Oh, not to mention the other thing, which I cannot say on here. Yeah, amen? So, this is it. It is cooking so very well. Oh, this is going to be delicious. I cannot wait till my queen wrap her taste buds around this. This is like the perfect pancake. It looks delicious. Want to make sure that I have everything? Okay, perfect. Let me check this one more time just to make sure we are on the right path. I'm going to put the spatula down. Let's see how we are looking here. Oh, yeah. And that is how good bacon look. Yes. So we are ready. We are definitely ready to go ahead and get that going as that pancake is cooking. Remember, when you are cooking your bacon, you use your best discretion. I use 350 in my oven. You can do 375. 400 is just too much. You do not want to go ahead and burn the bacon. Make sure you take your time. I have already pre-cooked. Oh, also, yes, let me inform you guys. Before you put your bacon in the oven, make sure that you preheat your oven. Like I said, it can be 350 to 375 at the most. So now I'm going to take that, flip that one more time. This is coming out lovely. It looks delicious. So that first pancake is ready to come out. Oh, yes. It is so nice and buttery. Looks tasty and delicious. Look at that. She's going to love that. Alrighty. So now you want to go ahead and move that. You don't want to keep that cooking. Okay. Move that pan to the side. Alrighty. And what I am going to do, I definitely want to be able to pour some of that grease out, because as you know, with bacon, you do have a whole lot of grease that's on the inside. Give Tunaji a second, please. I am here with you. I did not abandon my people. I love you. Yeah, amen. So what I am doing right now is I'm letting the grease out, because you do not want to serve your queen or your king greasy bacon. You understand? So with that being said, I am going to look here. So one of the things that I like to do before I even do that, you can use a paper towel, a napkin, however you do. I have a few napkins here in my kitchen. So what I like to do, give me a second, I'll be right back with you. Tunaji, I'm going to go ahead and turn the flame down for a second. I like to grab a separate plate. I like to put the napkin on the plate. Then I proceed. What do Tunaji do? This is how you get that unwanted grease. You see, the bacon looks delicious. But one of the things you want to do is go ahead and you want to lay that perfect bacon on the napkin, so that way it eats up the majority of the grease. Again, I do not want to feed my queen grease. So there you have it. Delicious bacon. Delicious? Of course. All right. So you do that there. Let me take one more time to make sure. Okay, I'm good with that. All right. So I'm going to let that sit for a minute. The next step I'm going to take, my wife, she loves breakfast right now, but since I am cooking so early, I don't want to put too much on her stomach, okay? So you have the perfect pancake. Remember, we have all types of deliciousness going on inside. We have blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, okay? So you do that. Now, the next step I'm going to take, this is called